Reality, to me, is not a single path, but a layered landscape, one that shifts, expands, and breathes in ways most cannot see. It is not monolithic or fixed, but rather plural. There are universal realities, personal realities, permanent ones, and those that are fleeting yet no less real for their impermanence. I live within all of these at once. For some, this might seem chaotic or disorienting. For me, it is simply truth. When I open my eyes, I see what others see, our shared, material world, the pavement beneath our feet, the sky above, the people moving about their lives. This reality, anchored in common agreement, is perhaps what most people mean when they say real. But I also see more. I live in a mosaic of overlapping experiences, sensory and emotional visions that coexist with what others recognize as objective reality. One form of my vision is peripheral hallucination. My mind, ever imaginative, fills in the blanks when my senses fall short. I don't see this as a flaw, but as a creative act, my brain attempting to complete an image it does not fully possess. It reminds me that the human mind is not simply a passive receiver of the world but an active interpreter, constantly painting in the margins. These visions are not errors, they are the mind's poetry. Then there are the voile hallucinations, wisps of an alternate world superimposed on this one, like reality seen through a gossamer curtain. They don't replace this world, but they exist alongside it, as though I am walking in one world with the subtle shimmer of another just behind it. These experiences feel like a reminder that what we call reality may be only the surface of something much deeper, richer, and more mysterious. I also experience hallucinations of smell, taste, and touch, phantom sensations that have no physical source but are deeply felt. Some are pleasant, others perplexing, but all are undeniably real to me. My body and emotions respond even when logic tells me they shouldn't. It has taught me that reality is not defined by consensus, but by felt experience. The mind doesn't draw clear boundaries between what is and isn't, it lives in possibility, in shades of meaning. The auditory hallucinations were the most frightening at first. As a child shaped by trauma, I created voices and companions to survive loneliness, to give form to the guardians I needed. One of them, Danny McGrain, a fierce Scottish protector, answered me one day. Not in a whisper of imagination, but in a clear, undeniable voice inside my head. I was terrified. But it was also a moment of awakening, a realization that I had conjured this, that I had power, even in fear. Over time, I began to understand these voices not as invaders, but as echoes of my own survival. Some came from within, like Danny's. Others were more distant, like memories drifting in through a fog. The fear they once inspired gave way to a sense of stewardship. These were voices I created, narrators of a reality I helped shape. I could engage with them, learn from them, and even quiet them. I am not powerless in this internal world, I am a participant, even a guide. This means I live in multiple realities, the external, commonly agreed world, the private world of my senses, and the inner realm of memory, imagination, and vision. For many, one reality is hard enough. But I have come to see my layered perception as a gift. It offers insight into how complex, flexible, and astonishing the human mind can be. It allows me to understand others more deeply because I have felt what it means to live in worlds both seen and unseen. My philosophy is this: reality is not a singular truth, but a constellation of truths, each valid in its own domain. Some are shared, some are solitary. Some are anchored in the physical, others are born of feeling, of spirit, of memory. All deserve respect. All are real. So when people speak of reality as though it were simple, I smile. I know better. I've seen the veils, the echoes, the unfinished corners of perception that our minds try to fill in. I've heard voices that comforted and frightened me, sometimes both at once. I've lived through realities that pass like dreams and others that refuse to let go. And I'm still here. Still seeing. Still listening. Still believing in a universe big enough to hold it all.
Widow Mary, sons of plenty holding on to pocket right. shouldn't, where you shouldn't, an unadulterated canon right. And if you're blind, you're still holding hands across your eyes, 'cause there's no surprise, and nothing you can't see. When the sound of thunder is in your ears and you are on your knees, take the fucking glasses, take the blinkers, lose them, don't abuse them. Don't hide behind the comfort of your world. Taste the rest, it might not be best, but it's how we live. If you don't know, how can you change? How can we change? If you lie resplendent on a chaise lounge, happy dreams, we got, you can't lose nightmares. You are so closed inside the box, you are spun so tight, you are a coiled watch spring. You are the devil in my gym, you are an angel if I sin. You are the street at night, you are my company when the dreams begin to bite. You are my shield, you are my hope, you are the pressure valve on my mind. You are my God when I need one. You are summer, you are spring, you are fall, I often fall, don't I? Offer it on silver rhymes, offer it in slides, insanity, loud crashing slides, a million miles an hour rides, and long days of biting cold or scalding heat, dust or ice, it's all the same, painted backdrop to everything that never was, that never could be. A dream is something for the future, a life is something from the past. I'm sailing through the mind with hands that caress me in a sanctuary of the brain. And if I am insane, at least I got that feeling, at least I got that knowing, and seeing and loving and living. At least I felt the pain, at least I felt the warmth of love. At least I knew a million things that others only see in dreams, or dreams they knew in life. At least my life was never shallow fantasy or simple false pretense. At least I'll lie inside my grave and know I can look back and say, if I played it right, if I fucked it up, if I made a difference, if I never mattered, at least I was me, at least I was honest, at least I was a constant truth.